Alright guys, it's Chris Miasma coming at you again with my Amon deck. I've had a lot of people at locals always asking me about it. And so I figured, hey, why not put up a video finally about it? I'm sorry it took so long, but here we go. For my starter, we have Amon's follower, Barmaid Grace. Counterblast 1 and rest this card to soul charge 2 cards and target any card with Amon in its name. And it gains 1,000 per card in soul. This can be Vanguard, Rear Guard. It's good for getting, a good first turn bump. Or, more likely, your second turn when you're at grade 2. For our triggers, it's pretty basic. It's 4 heals. It's 8 crit. We have 4 Amon's follower Garsem. That if it is moved into my soul by an effect, and I have 6 cards or more in soul, I can counterblast 1 and retire one of my opponents. And for those of us paying attention on TCG Player, one of the most expensive triggers I've seen so far are Dark Knight of Nightmareland. Super glad that I got mine when they were first printed, so I'm not having to pay anywhere from $6 to $8 a copy, which I think is ridiculous. And it's also not a Mon follower, but it's a card that I can pump into my soul from field to give something 3,000 power. And then we have 4 draw triggers, which is Hysteric Shirley. I can put it into my soul to soul charge another card. Great trigger for any Dark Regular deck, particularly if it runs Doreen the Thruster. Now moving on to our grade 1s. We have what I consider to be one of the best grade 1s to have in a Dark Regular deck. 3 Dimension Creeper. Namely because while it is in your soul, you can Soul Blast it out and Soul Charge 2. This card, while not an Amon follower card, I feel is essential as a first turn ride option if you can get it. But if not, hopefully you can pump it into your soul either through charging it or through Amon's own ability. Next up we have 4 Perfect Shields. 3 Amon's follower Hell Deal, where if I have an Amon Vanguard, it may soul charge 2. And then since this is the Stride generation, I have 3 Succubus of Pure Love. Should be fairly standard. I call them Stride fodder. It's a grade 1 that counts as a 3 when used to pay the cost of Stride, which makes it pretty amazing. Now, getting on to our grade 2s. In just a minute. I'm a little unorganized. And dice are falling over. We have 3 Demon of Aspiration Amon. Now this is one my friends have a lot of trouble kind of being like, why? And to be quite honest with it, it's because by the time I hit grade 2, I should have 6 cards in soul, making it an 11k body. And if I don't have 6, I can always use Barmaid Grace to sit there and pump up that little bit of extra. Just to make him a more viable card. He is an 8k body, which kind of annoys me, but he's not the worst thing out there. Next up we have 3 Amon's follower Helldraw. Just like Hell's Deal, if I have an Amon Vanguard, I can play it in Soul Charge 2. This card should look familiar to anyone trying to run an Amon deck. It is Hell's Nail. It is basically an Amon version of Emblem Master. Except it just has to attack at the Vanguard and it can Soul Charge 3. As long as you have an Amon Vanguard. Which, in a way, makes it a lot better than Emblem Master, which has to hit. And I believe he can hit anything. Then finally, we have Amon's follower Psychograve. When he's called Vanguard Rearguard, you can Counterblast 1 and Soul Charge 1, and he gets 5,000 extra power. Not too bad. Now we get to what a lot of people are always impressed to see because they have such a hard time getting their hands on them at my locals. I don't know about anywhere else. We have 4 Demon World Marquise Amons. I wish these were SPs just to show them off a bit more. Amon, 10k body, but with the added benefit of gaining 1,000 per card in soul during only my turn. As well as a Counterblast 1, I can move 1 card from my field into soul. well, to kill a card on my opponent's field. Of their choice, but still. It's one card gone. Also, this is another way to get things like your D-Creepers into your soul or anything else you want just sitting in there. And then finally we have, for Amon's leader, Astaroth, his Legion Mate promo, which actually came out to revive the deck during the Legion in format. Which, let's be honest, it was a short format with a lot of mixed opinions about it. Me, I saw some merit to some of them, and then I was like, eh. Would have been better as one card. Alright, to conclude up, we have, of course, with this new thing being, with Stride now being a thing, we have the Stride deck. I have 2 Great Demon Demagogle. He's not really there to be used for his skill. He's more there to be used for G-Assist, just in case. Next up we have 2 Love Tempest Kiss Killera, where if I have 6 cards in soul or more, if she hits I can soul charge 2 and draw a card. And it makes it a very viable card, especially in a Mon that can accumulate soul really quickly. And then finally we have 4 Gilderays. Should not have to explain this card, but I am. If you have 15 cards or more in soul, he gains 10,000 power, a critical, and the ability to restrict guard on your opponent. Meaning that they cannot guard with grade 1s or higher. So cut those perfect shields out, and they better pray they got enough grade 1s to back it up. In this deck, as you saw, everything is basically, with the exception of a few cards, pretty much based around Amon. Which means, even with this Stride, since Strides gain the name of the card they stride over, or I'm able to make use of Barmaid Grace and pump his power even higher, to where even if they have those grade 0s, they're probably going to decide to take the hit. The highest I have ever gotten Gilderays personally has been like 60,000, but I've heard tons of stories out there of him easily getting over 80,000 somehow without a single trigger. Now, I'm just imagining most of your deck's probably already in the soul at that point. But I mean, like, be sure to let me know what you guys think. Say if you love it, you want to see it in a fight video, let me know. I'll probably be putting up a few more this weekend if I can get some volunteers to assist me. But I'll catch you later. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys later.